Welcome to UXL, where you can learn new skills anytime and anywhere. Visit uxl.com to explore our full course selection. This lesson is part of a larger course. Check the video description below for a link to the full course where you can enroll. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. For your convenience, the course cover displayed on your screen provides the complete course title and lesson title. Let's proceed with the lesson. Lesson: Cost-Benefit Analysis in Environmental Decision-Making. Cost-benefit analysis is a fundamental tool in environmental economics, serving as a critical method for evaluating the trade-offs involved in environmental decision-making. This analytical framework assists policymakers and stakeholders in determining the most efficient allocation of resources by comparing the benefits and costs of various environmental actions. The essence of CBA lies in its ability to translate diverse environmental impacts into monetary terms, thereby facilitating a more straightforward comparison of options. This lesson will delve into the intricacies of cost-benefit analysis, illustrating its application in environmental decision-making and highlighting its importance in achieving sustainable growth. At the core of cost-benefit analysis is the concept of opportunity cost, which is the value of the best alternative forgone when a particular decision is made. In environmental contexts, opportunity costs often encompass both tangible and intangible elements, such as the economic value of natural resources and the intrinsic worth of ecosystem services. By systematically accounting for these factors, CBA provides a comprehensive overview of the potential outcomes associated with different environmental policies or projects. For instance, when evaluating a proposal to build a dam, CBA would assess not only the construction and operational costs, but also the benefits of flood control, water supply, and hydroelectric power, as well as the ecological and social costs of habitat disruption and community displacement. One of the primary advantages of cost-benefit analysis is its ability to incorporate a wide range of impacts, both direct and indirect. Direct impacts are those that result immediately from a project or policy, such as the reduction in greenhouse gas emissions from a new clean energy initiative. Indirect impacts, on the other hand, are secondary effects that occur as a consequence of the direct impacts, such as the health benefits arising from improved air quality. By including both types of impacts, CBA ensures a more holistic assessment of environmental projects. For example, a study on the economic benefits of air pollution control measures in the United States found that the health benefits alone, including reduced mortality and morbidity, far outweighed the implementation costs. Another crucial aspect of cost-benefit analysis is the discount rate, which is used to convert future costs and benefits into present values. The selection of an appropriate discount rate is a contentious issue in environmental economics, as it significantly influences the outcome of the analysis. A higher discount rate diminishes the present value of future benefits, potentially undervaluing long-term environmental gains. Conversely, a lower discount rate places greater emphasis on future benefits, thus favoring projects with long-term positive outcomes. This is particularly relevant in the context of climate change, where the benefits of mitigation efforts may not be realized for decades. The Stern Review on the Economics of Climate Change, for instance, advocated for a relatively low discount rate to account for the significant and enduring benefits of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Monetizing environmental benefits and costs is another challenging yet essential component of cost-benefit analysis. Market prices can be readily used for goods and services that are traded, such as timber or fish. However, many environmental benefits, such as biodiversity, clean air, and scenic beauty, do not have explicit market prices. In such cases, economists rely on non-market valuation techniques, such as contingent valuation and hedonic pricing, to estimate monetary values. Contingent valuation involves surveying individuals to determine their willingness to pay for specific environmental benefits, while hedonic pricing examines how environmental attributes influence market prices of related goods, such as property values. A pertinent example of non-market valuation in practice is the assessment of ecosystem services provided by wetlands. Wetlands offer numerous benefits, including water filtration, flood control, and habitat for wildlife. In a study on the economic value of wetlands in the United States, researchers used contingent valuation to estimate that the public's willingness to pay for wetland preservation ranged from $80 to $163 per household per year, highlighting the substantial non-market benefits of these ecosystems. Despite its strengths, cost-benefit analysis is not without limitations. One of the main criticisms is the difficulty in accurately quantifying and monetizing all relevant environmental impacts. Some benefits and costs, such as the intrinsic value of biodiversity or the cultural significance of natural landscapes, may be inherently challenging to express in monetary terms. Additionally, CBA can be influenced by subjective judgments, such as the choice of discount rate and the selection of valuation methods, which can introduce bias and uncertainty into the analysis. Therefore, it is crucial to interpret the results of cost-benefit analysis with caution and consider them as one of several tools in the decision-making process. Moreover, cost-benefit analysis may not fully capture the distributional effects of environmental policies. While CBA focuses on maximizing overall net benefits, it does not necessarily address how these benefits and costs are distributed among different groups in society. For instance, a project that yields substantial economic gains but disproportionately impacts marginalized communities may be deemed efficient from a cost-benefit perspective, but could raise significant equity concerns. To address this issue, policymakers can complement CBA with other analyses, such as environmental justice assessments, to ensure a more equitable consideration of impacts. In conclusion, cost-benefit analysis is a powerful and versatile tool in environmental decision-making, offering a systematic approach to evaluating the trade-offs associated with different policies and projects. By translating diverse environmental impacts into monetary terms, CBA facilitates a more straightforward comparison of options and helps identify the most efficient allocation of resources. However, it is essential to recognize the limitations and potential biases inherent in the analysis and to interpret the results in conjunction with other considerations, such as equity and long-term sustainability. As environmental challenges continue to grow in complexity, cost-benefit analysis will remain a vital component of the policymaker's toolkit, guiding efforts towards sustainable growth and the prudent management of natural resources. This concludes the lesson. We trust you found this video informative and engaging. To enroll in the complete course, please use the link provided in the description below. At UExcel, we are committed to your learning journey. Each course offers a certificate of completion, online support, and downloadable resource files to enhance your experience. If you found our content valuable, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to supporting your continued pursuit of knowledge.